by Stephen Morocco, July 7, 2019, 3:15 a.m. Welterweight Ben Askren passed post-fight medical tests following a brutal knockout loss to Jorge Masvidal at UFC 239. Askren's state of mind is a different story. The former One and Bellator champ took to social media hours after his fight and summed up his feelings about the experience. A flying knee sent Askren stiff to the canvas just 5 seconds after the start of the pay-per-view fight, which took place at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Masvidal landed 2 follow-up punches before referee Jason Herzog could intervene. Masvidal then mocked his fallen opponent. Askren, 19-1 MMA, 1-1 UFC, and Masvidal, 34-13 MMA, 11-6 UFC, exchanged plenty of trash talk prior to the fight, and even came close to physical confrontation outside the cage. Askren denied the bad blood got to him and hoped to leverage a win into a title shot at champ Kamaru Usman. Instead, Askren has a lot of soul-searching to do. UFC President Dana White addressed Askren's status at the post-event press conference for Saturday's event. "All of his stuff came back negative, but he's okay," White said. "I'm sure he's not okay, but..." Heidi Seibert, a spokesperson for Askren's management groups Inc. and Entertainment, confirmed via text message that the fighter had been checked out of an area hospital and was headed back to the host hotel. UFC 239 marked Askren's second UFC fight after a controversial submission win over Robbie Lawler at UFC 235 in March. Lawler nearly knocked Askren out with a slam in the early part of the opening frame, before a shift in momentum. For complete coverage of UFC 239, check out the UFC results. Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal, UFC 239 News, UFC Let's Block Ads.